Hi guys, welcome to Ash Acting Up. Look, I've got a centre parting. Vive la différence. Today I've decided to do the first times tag. It's nothing filthy. It's a list of questions about my first times doing things. My lovely Scottish vlogger friend Duncan Dew recently did it, so go and watch his vlogs, he's very funny. First tweet. I'm sorry guys, that's going to be impossible to find. I have tweeted 11.1 thousand times. So that's 11,100 tweets. Scrolling. The problem is I tweet a lot, I tweet every day. I'm sure it was something like, hey, I'm on Twitter, follow me, or something along those lines. First YouTube video. I'll put the link in the description below. The first YouTube video was not on this channel. It was me recording an audition that I'd been rehearsing that day, which I think is a piece from Hitchcock Blonde. I'm only filming on my phone, which has a terrible camera, so it's really dodgy. I'll link below. Go watch, like, comment. First Facebook profile pic. Wow. That's my natural hair colour. I am so emo in this picture. The first person you subscribe to on YouTube. That's easy. Katers17. Again, link in the description below. English girl who moved to America, but hers is a lot more filming about what's going on in her day-to-day life. She's awesome. Do you still talk to your first love? No. I had a huge crush on my parents' friend's son. I feel really sorry for him now because he just had this sort of scrawny, messy, slightly mental girl that was about 2 or 3 years younger than him following him around, gazing wistfully at him. I must have been really annoying. I mean, he must have been quite scared of me, to be honest. What was your first alcoholic drink? That one's actually really easy. My cousin used to keep Smirnoff Ice in a bottle in her room. She was 14, I would have been about 12, and we used to sneak up to her room and take swigs of Smirnoff Ice straight out the bottle. Because we were classy. What was your first job? Babysitting. I did a lot of babysitting when I was younger. I still occasionally do. What was your first car? I don't drive. Who was the first person to text you today? The first person to text me today was someone asking about whether I left cheese for borrowers. Who's the first person you thought of this morning? My dad. He's off travelling around Micronesia. He's been texting us updates of his journey. So normally I wake up to an update. A couple of days ago it was just heated toilet seats. I didn't wake up to one this morning, so I'm assuming he's in a signal black spot at the moment. But I really want to know what he's been doing. He's doing a lot of scuba diving on the Japanese fleet. Who was your first grade teacher? I don't know. I guess first grade in English terms is reception or year 1. I went to a very dodgy school for those years, but the first teacher I remember having was a teacher called Mrs. Gunn when I was about 6 or 7, I guess. She was quite strict, but very kind as well. Where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? Oh, that's easy. I'm pretty sure I went to Ireland first. I mean, my parents travelled a lot when I was younger, so I've been kind of all around the world. One of the first places I would have been taken to was Ireland to meet my Irish relations, and we probably would have gone to Beaufort in Kerry, and I really hope that one day when I have kids I'll be able to take them over there as well. So it's such an awesome tradition, being able to kind of reconnect with your roots, and I definitely feel more Irish than I feel English at times. Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk? One of my first best friends was the bride. She's getting married this year and I'm going to be her bridesmaid, which is really exciting. We met when I was in year 2 and I'd just come to this new school. And on the first day I was there, no one was really talking to me. There was this other new girl who'd come at the same time and she was way cuter than me and was a child model. Whereas I was just this kind of really awkward kid with a fringe that went up there. I didn't really know how to deal with kids because I'd spent a lot of time travelling with my parents and grown-ups. Then it got to lunchtime. I noticed this group of kids from my class chasing the bride across the playground. And they were all laughing, but it didn't look like she was enjoying it. So I went and stood in front of them and told them to stop. And then they started chasing me instead. Not my wisest decision ever. Even though we're very different people now and we've gone through very different life experiences, and she now lives on the other side of England, I think you could kind of say that we're like family. Where was your first sleepover? I can't remember actually. No, I do remember. So when I was at my first primary school when I was about 5, there was a girl in my class. I can't remember her name. I can't even remember what she looked like. I had a sleepover at her house and I remember being amazed because she had all of the stuff in the Argos catalogue that I wanted but never got. First foreign country you've gone to? Excluding Ireland, we did this massive round the world trip. and I don't know what our first stop was along the way. I don't know, we went everywhere. We went to Fiji, we went to Australia, we went to China, we went to Thailand. The first movie you remember seeing was the Batman with Jack Nicholson playing the Joker. I actually saw it when we were travelling the world, so I would have been 3 or 4, and it was playing in a Chinese cinema, I think. They don't really care how old you are, you can just kind of go into the cinema. So my parents took me in to see it. I would really like to play Batgirl someday. I'd also be happy with Poison Ivy. Or Harley Quinn. When was your first detention? I've never actually been given a detention. I did once request a detention. A girl that I wasn't necessarily friends with got given a detention, and I got called in so I sat next to her. And I went to them, well, why don't you give us both detention? I don't mind doing the detention even though I didn't do it, and then she'll feel less bad. You guys will still be able to say that you've punished her. I did a detention that I didn't need to do. And I think I would have been about 12 or 13 at the time, so I was at high school. That's how geeky I was. Who was your first roommate? Never actually had to share a room with someone apart from being on tour with Great Expectations, but I had a lot of first housemates. I went to the University of Kent in Canterbury before I went to drama school, and I studied English and American literature. When I first moved in, I lived with lots of different people. A girl called Vicky, who was a couple of years older than us, but really awesome. Jackie, who was blonde and very girly, and at the beginning we really didn't get on, but we became really, really close by the end and ended up living together for 3 years. Chris, who was my next room over neighbour, who at first I really fancied, then I cleaned up his sick. And I can tell you, you just stop fancying someone when you clean up sick and you don't know them particularly well. He ended up going out with one of my best friends, Hannah, and he became like a big brother to me. He's also responsible for some of the drunkest nights of my life. Jess, who is awesome, we're still in touch. She now does wigs and beards and facial hair and stuff for theatre. She was doing the Batman live tour, and she's just been doing Cats on tour as well. And I will hire her to do my moustaches one day, if I ever have moustaches. If you had one wish, what would it be? That's not a first. Okay. If I had one wish. If I had one wish, it would probably be quite a superficial wish, actually. Do feature films and theatre and voiceovers and TV. All of that, and didn't have to do anything else apart from maybe vlogging and writing, which are 2 other things that I love. And if I was able to support myself on those and have my own place and support my family, then I would be a very happy girl, because they've done a lot for me and I'd like to do a lot for them. But I would like to do it doing something that I love. What was the first sport you were involved in? Sport? I don't. What's the first thing you do when you get home? I always come into my bedroom, shove my coat and my bag on my bed, and go and say hi to my housemate, Vicky. When was your first kiss? I was 13 years old. I had never been kissed. I went to my parents' friend's party. They had 3 children, and one of their children was a boy called Charlie, who was I think 2 years older than me. And I went to an all-girls school, so I didn't really know any boys. And we all started playing Spin the Bottle upstairs when the grown-ups were all downstairs. I lied and told them that I had a boyfriend because I didn't want to be embarrassed. And then the bottle landed on me and Charlie. We kind of got pressured into kissing each other. The first kiss isn't supposed to be good, is it? It's supposed to be quite awful. But no, he was a really good kisser, despite the fact that he had curtains and an eyebrow piercing. I don't think I ever saw him again after that. So I'm going to tag Sophie Black and Toria Pardo, who makes the Toria Show. Even if I haven't tagged you, feel free to make this video. And before I go, this is some of the stuff that I've been up to this weekend with my 10-year-old cousin Daisy. Enjoy! Daisy has just got lots of makeup as a birthday present. I'm not going to look at the results until you're completely done, okay? You sound really panicked.
I'm not panicked.
Okay, do you want me to put some on the back of your hand so you can use it?
Yeah. Stuck.
It's a little bit stuck. It's a lot stuck. How am I going to look like a Disney princess by the time you're done?
Yeah.
Which Disney princess would I look like?
Snow White.
Really? And what are you trying to do with this eyeshadow? Less is more means that the less you put on, the better it looks.
Yeah, I'm putting on less.
Are you? Okay.
It's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Daisy told me earlier that she watches all of my vlogs. Slightly worried because I swear a lot in my vlogs.
Well, I'll close my ears.
Do you? Oh, what is that? Oh.
Nothing.
Nothing? Oh.
Oh yeah, I get this now.
Are you drawing a face on my forehead?
No.
You kind of have to rub it in, you know.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, you're finished? Wow, that was quick. Wow. That is a look and a half. Are you going to do my hair to match?
No.
No, the hair is totally fine. This is
Now
a look.
my turn.
Am I going to do your face as well?
It's easier to get off, right?
Easier is perhaps not the word I would have used. How should I do your makeup, Days?
I don't know.
Are you ready? Daisy,
Yeah?
get that off your face. You can't already do lipstick. You look like Miranda sings.
Hey, that's from Big Brother.
No, it's not. This is the evil eye. See, I might be mean to you as well, since you were so mean to me. How much lipstick did you put on, woman? Jesus.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's just my red
And
lip.
you've got green on one eye, but not the other. Cover up all these awful wrinkles you've got on your face.
I
Because you're
haven't got
so old.
You're old. You're 29. Almost going on to 30.
I'm not 29.
You are.
No, I'm not. I'm 25. I'm going to give you really thick eyebrows.
Yay. I look like somebody from The Young Wizards.
You shouldn't be watching The Only Way is Essex. You're far too young.
No, not 10.
Because 10 is the most grown up that anyone could ever be, ever. Right? Right.
Make me into Joey Essex and gelled up hair.
I'm not going to make you into Joey Essex. Your mother would kill me. I'll make you into,
Gemma?
no. Chloe. That's it. I'll make you into Chloe.
I don't know who that is. Never mind.
She talks like that. What's really annoying is I'm trying to make you ugly and you just look prettier. You're too pretty. Wow, Daisy, you are gonna look so trashy.
Cool.
And I end up looking like bloody Cinderella.
You know you just swore then.
No, I didn't.
I'm not there.
I'm such idiot. No? Stop breathing so heavily, you weirdo. No, looking at the actually cheating.
I was looking down there.
Did you get a Lancome makeup brush?
I found it.
You found it. Did you find it in your mother's makeup bag?
Yes.
I didn't even blow yet. Go on. You look a bit like there was a magazine called Ms when I was a kid. They had pages on what to wear for your school disco. Wow.
What did you do to me?
Monster, the Santa